Hey YouTube, it's Mega Sega Star 221 and here I am back with a new video. And finally, after a long time, here is my Steven Universe showcase video. I am very excited for this because I'm an honest fan of the show, and I hope you guys will enjoy these figures just as much as I did making them. Without further ado, let's begin with Garnet. So here we have Garnet. The toughest out of all the crystal gems, I guess you can say. Maybe more mysterious? I don't know. Anyways, for people who don't watch the show, I'll try to leave it as spoiler-free as possible. But Garnet, I could have made also Ruby and Sapphire. Didn't choose to, only made Garnet. But I am fine with Garnet either way, because she is definitely one of my favorites here. So I'll start by doing the 360 around the body. I'll start with the actual feet itself. The feet, I mean, are okay. I would have preferred to have the longer Toy Story legs, but due to the amount of pieces I have, I didn't have the pieces at all. I just decided to use the regular legs and put brick pieces on the bottom, and then made fake feet for it, and then painted the body halfway. The torso is also pretty self-explanatory. It's painted. Painting the star on there is pretty easy. Elbow pads were hot glued on there. But now my favorite part of it is this face, because I love the paint that I used on her shades. They just look so shiny and reflective, and they look just like what I wanted them to look like on her. And I don't think if I used a regular standard paint for that, it would have looked as cool as it does. It is a spray type paint, like you spray it, but it worked very well on her for her reflective glasses. And as I have with all the crystal gems for this, all of them have their powers. So her summoned weapon is her fists, so I made her some fists, and they are made out of the cylinder pieces. And some sculpting parts, and yeah, so that is it for Garnet. And now let's move on to Amethyst. Here we have Amethyst. Amethyst is a different figure, I guess. Well, like something that I did with her, and you'll see with the two other people in here, something new that I did with the figures. So as I am with these figures, I'm starting at the legs and going up. The legs are cut. They're regular Lego legs that I had cut. You can see it more in the back here, but they are cut Lego legs that I cut down to make the same height as the small person, like the child Lego legs, and except I glued them because I want them to still have motion. So I cut those down, and glued them back on, and painted them up. Body, very simple, you know, white. I put the white lines. I did this on all of them really, because I didn't have anything to like cut the bodies with yet. So, because my drum was broken. But then on the face I really like, and I especially like the sculpted hair. I think it really does look like Amethyst, and even like the eye was the hardest part of it, but like I still loved it. Also, like I did with Garnet, she also has her summoned weapon. So here is her whip, which was sculpted. Just goes in there like this, and there we go. So she has her sculpted whip that she could go into battle with, and that's it for Amethyst. So now let's move on to Pearl. Here we have Pearl, my least favorite of the figures that I've made, but still is one of my favorite gems. I don't like my version of Pearl that much, because it's hard to pull off what Pearl is on a Lego body. Because Pearl is very thin, very skinny. And with Lego, it's very bulky. And sure, you can cut it down. But with something like these, with Lego still, the legs you have to worry about now. I didn't want to use Friends, because I don't like using the Friends stuff. It's weird to me. It's not Lego to me, honestly. And it doesn't look Lego to me. At least when you customize with the actual regular minifigure bodies, they look like Lego still. The hairpiece actually fell off and cracked before filming this, so it's a little messed up, unfortunately. But the gem itself was just sculpted and then painted on there. The face was drawn on with paint, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, you know, she's very simple compared to the others, and I think I could have given her the 3D nose, but I just didn't see it. I don't know. I just thought it would have looked nicer without it. But also, like the others, she also has her weapon. So here is probably my favorite part about making her spear. I have it on this little stud piece at the bottom, so I can like put it down places. And unfortunately, the paint was rubbing off on mine. But yeah. But it was a very easy thing to make, and it looks really cool when she's holding it. And yeah, that's it for Pearl. So let's move on to the main character himself, Steven Universe. Here we have our man Steven himself. Whoa. So, let's get right into it. Starting from the bottom. Now, I messed up on his legs a little. Okay, a lot. But he still does have the short people legs, which were, like I said, with Amethyst, where they're cut down. And they are made to look like they're the shorter legs. It was very, very simple to do with Steven. Just like it was with her. They were actually cut like straight down, but I could have done a better job in terms of angling it, I guess. Onto the torso itself. The torso is very simple. You know, it's a red torso, and painted a star onto it. Took some tan arms, painted red onto the shoulders. It's very, very self-explanatory with his shirt. And then you get to the head, and I honestly loved his head. I still do love his head. From certain angles, he looks very odd, but straight on, I think he looks really good. The hair was, of course, also sculpted, and as a joke, someone told me that I could have used that as my own hair. Ha ha ha. Anyways, I sculpted his hair on there. I think it looks really cool. Right. Unfortunately, the positioning of it here, it was like very off in the camera shot, but on top of that, we have his shield, his summoned weapon, which is also sculpted, and is painted on there with the rose petals and the little diamond on the front. So, that is it for Steven, and that... Oh wait, we're not done yet. There's a new crystal gem. Well, there's more now, but there's one of my new favorite crystal gems. Here is Peridot. Here we have one of the most unexpected characters in my turn, at least for me, I think, new crystal gems. Peridot. I got so happy to see her join the crystal gems, and I definitely can't wait to see what else she does. She was awesome during In Too Deep, which was just aired recently on Cartoon Network. And yeah. So, like I did before, let's start from the bottom and go to the top. Now, if it isn't already obvious what I did here are her legs, where there are the pieces just like on Garnet's, except they are trimmed a little. Not trimmed. There's the what's it called pieces on the front of them. So I used the different blocks for her because she had the pointy feet with her bionic arms and stuff. I also put these little things on her. I didn't know how to do like the floating hand thing, so I just took these cup pieces, like the top of the cups, and cut them down and put them on as her limb enhancer arm parts, and put her fingers there. And I just thought they looked decent enough for that, to show like they're floating, I guess. Torso, very easy, you know, just paint it on. But the face, I loved so much. I mean, I wish I sanded the head a little better, like the sculpted part a little more before I actually painted it, and it did break a little, unfortunately. But I still think it looks a lot like Peridot, and even like the screen on her face and the gem in her eyes, I love it so much. But something that happens to Peridot within the show is she loses her limb enhancers. So you can take off, and I didn't have a weapon to give her, so I was like, hey, this would be a cool idea. So you can take off her limb enhancers. You take off the arm pieces here. And these are also, like Steven and Amethyst, they are short people legs that I made. So you can just pop off those. And now she is the new season version of Peridot from Into Deep and from the recent episodes where they're in the barn. So now she is, before she was around the size of Garnet. So it's also in pretty decent proportion to the characters too. And now she's a little bit taller than Steven, just like she is in the show. And now she is shorter than Garnet. So that is it for Peridot, and I love Peridot. That is it for Peridot, and that is it for this showcase video. So thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please select that like button down below, or if you wanna, keep seeing my content, you can click subscribe right below this video. Now, before I finish this video, I must quickly update you guys. I'm getting quite the bit of entries so far for that contest. Thank you all so much, is what I want to say so far to that. Aside from that, on top, we have Loke Episode 5. Loke Episode 5 is currently delayed and should have already been almost done, but isn't. But it will be done soon, and after that, you can expect 2 episodes afterwards. Yes, I said 1, but now there are 2. The one out of them, though, has nothing to do with the show. The other one is the big finale. And then there is the Life of a Lego Customizer Part 2, which hopefully will come out by the end of the summer. If it doesn't, it might be delayed to next summer. I hope that isn't the case. But if it is, oh well, because there is a lot going on. I'm building my Ultron costume for Comic-Con and many more different things for you guys. I still have showcases I would like to do that I haven't gotten around to yet. So if you guys have any other ideas for showcases in the future, you let me know down below in the comments, and I'll be sure to think about it. So, one more thing. One more thing. Sister location. Yes. I know. Okay? Just leave. Okay, I'll do it. Just not yet. Calm down. Okay? Okay. Alright. That's all for now, everybody. I'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye.